That was horrible. I think I've just had like a 3-hour-long panic attack.
So after not sleeping at all in our wet bivvy tents on the first night, followed by 2 very wet days of walking, the first of which, barring any major life events, we agreed was one of the worst days of our lives.
I've done all-nighters before, but I've never tried to walk 36 kilometres the day after an all-nighter.
We found ourselves in Pretzsch on the morning of day 4, refreshed and with a dry day forecast for once, ready for the walk to Wittenberg. So let's go.
Little breakfast bar roll to take away.
That's where we want to get to today. 5 to 9, just set off for Wittenberg. How are you feeling?
A little bit achy, a little bit sore, but that was a nice breakfast. If anyone by some weird twist of fate ends up in Pretzsch, make sure you stay at the only hotel. They do a mean breakfast bar.
But with the sun out, finally, feels like a proper river trip day.
It's got season 1 vibes.
So let's get the lay of the land on day 4. There'll be another decent walking distance covered if we make it to the historic town of Wittenberg today. And not all, but much of it along this endlessly repeating style of path that we're already very familiar with.
Anyone recognise this setup? It looks a lot less depressing in the sun, to be fair. So we got a few more days than we had for the first one because we've got a longer distance to do.
A much longer distance to do.
So we're trying to do longer distances more often than we walked on the first trip. Day 1 and 2 this time were both longer than our longest walk last year. Not doing too badly. And there it is, the Elbe. It's featured a lot less visibly in this series than last year. So we need to go this way, but Jadams just needs to translate that sign.
Livestock guardian dogs, that would be more accurate
So
translation. Livestock protection dogs.
dangerous dogs, in other
In
words.
action.
But there's some people chilling over there. That's probably the farmer. And I think I see the dog as well. But the dog is currently busy with the sheep, so I reckon it'll be all right.
I mean, if this is a public path, then I guess we just go for it.
They are a couple of f***-off big dogs, but I don't think they can get over this fence.
I mean, have you seen a dog jump? I'm hoping those farmers over there will call them back or something.
Do you want to just give them a wide berth, like walk around the field, just so they don't feel like they need to try and jump the fence
Maul us to death.
Just make clear that we're not a threat. They're just fronting. All bark and no trousers.
Doggy. Who's your good doggy? Well, the farmers don't seem too fussed.
They want blood. We should stay close to the river in this part because later we're going to have to veer off quite a way again. There's a lot of huge oxbow lakes and streams and dead ends and things coming up on this route.
We've just noticed there's quite a large herd of cows ahead of us.
A massive herd of cows.
And personally, I don't really want to get anywhere near them, so we're going to try and just go alongside the river as far away from them as possible.
Yeah, there's a decent sized gap there. I can't see a fence from here, but there might be a fence because they all do stop pretty suddenly. Like there, don't they?
We've decided that if they do decide to follow us or chase us, we can, if worst comes to worst, just jump in the river.
A few of these ladies expressing an interest. There is a fence, I can see it now. Not getting trampled today, boys.
Yeah, it's very faint, isn't it? But
Yeah, luckily there is a fence because they're coming over to say hello.
if there wasn't a fence here, I would be absolutely shitting myself right now. I would be heading for that water. Look at them. Oh my god, they're fucking galloping.
Hope this is a good fence. Jesus. It's alright, cows. We come in peace. Please say that's a good fence. We're going, we're going.
Oh my god. Dad.
No, I know. Didn't expect that.
Please tell me they can't jump. If we started running, I'm pretty sure they would.
Just break through the fence.
They would.
I think they'll be happy enough to see us on our way. They still haven't dispersed. This is the most interesting thing that's happened to them all day. So far, one of those rare days where everything seems to be going fine. But it was the day when all this walking was going to start taking its toll. We were going to run out of water and do some lasting damage to our Achilles tendons. Just entering the very Welsh sounding little village of Bleddin. Actually pronounced
Bleddin.
On top of the feet and water issues, as we excitedly approached Wittenberg, hoping for a rest, not to be confused with Wittenberg, the final destination, we were going to rediscover something we discovered in Series 1, that everything in this part of rural Germany is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. Day 2, when it was pissing it down, we stopped at so many junctions that looked exactly like this, but just fucking depressing and ugly in the rain. Just the difference the weather makes. This looks lovely. That way to Wittenberg.
My left heel is giving me some jip.
Oh yeah, and mine. No, that bit above the heel, the stringy bit.
Yeah. This little mini supermarket thing, corner shop type place, doesn't seem to be open.
Getting this horrible sinking feeling that everything in this town is going to be closed. Much like everything was closed on Mondays and Tuesdays last year in this area.
It says it should be open from 8 till 12:30, and it's 20 past 12.
Ah, they've obviously just clocked off early, if they were open in the first place.
It's a bloody mess in there anyway.
It's not food and drink, is it? We're only halfway through the walk and starting to feel it a bit. So if we have to do the same distance again with no proper rest stop, it's going to be a bit much.
I think this is the first time our feet have been giving us some proper trouble.
Yeah, that bit up above the heel.
It's weird it should be affecting us both at the same time in the same place.
And this is the biggest settlement on the way to Wittenberg, isn't it? So if there's nothing open here, it really doesn't bode well.
Gibt es hier eine Kneipe oder sowas?
Gar nicht.
Nein,
Der
nirgendwo.
nächste Laden hat Urlaub.
Okay. Nothing at all.
It sounded like she said but something at the end.
Yeah, that's the bit I didn't catch.
That is not a good answer.
How can there be literally nothing here? There's nothing.
Glow big or go home. This is the hardest thing to get used to about Saxony and Saxony-Anhalt. Like, there was a pub in Bukol.
Yeah.
In these tiny villages in the Czech Republic.
What do people do here? And where are the people?
Is that all you've got?
This is all I've got. There's nothing. We're just looking at the map and it looks like everything's on the other side of the river.
But that would have been a pretty substantially longer walk if we went on that side. So it's a bit of a win-win / lose-lose, really, whatever side we chose on it. I wouldn't say we're on the wrong side. But we assumed there'd be something in this town as well, didn't we?
So we had to settle for a patch of grass in the middle of the village, but it did give us a chance to call a bike rental company based in Wittenberg, because as I ingeniously discovered the previous year, wheels make a big difference. But I think we have discovered, I guess, wheels makes a big difference.
Again, this is another thing that I was well aware of before we started this. I'm glad you're picking these things up as we go along. We have to fill in the form online. They deliver it to hotels.
We have to do it, don't we?
Yeah.
We need that distance. What was the good news you were going to give me before?
Oh, yeah. So on the way to Wittenberg, there is a guest house type place that seems to, you know, have facilities for refreshments.
So a couple of pieces of decent news. The second 15k. We better go. So we'd found that most elusive of things for the next leg of the journey. A surprisingly cheap one-way bike rental for 2 days that would deliver our bikes to Wittenberg and then pick them up in Magdeburg, which would mean a hard deadline to get that distance in. But you know us, it was not going to go smoothly. Anyway, we still had to get to Wittenberg. Spooky. Where at this point we weren't planning on having a rest day, but let's see how we feel when we get there. Turns out that pub is closed, so it's just a straight up 13-kilometre walk now the rest of the way to Wittenberg.
Oh well.
And the reason it's closed, obviously, is because it's Monday. Nothing's open on Mondays or Tuesdays. And that is some pretty heavy rain behind us.
And we don't want to get involved with that stuff.
We're always banging on these trips about wading through long grass and being in Snake Central. We just got the clearest sight of a snake we've ever had.
Makes you wonder what's been going on in the long grass when we've been going through it today.
Slithered really quickly from the dike into the grass right in front of us. That looks really nice. Is that a pub?
Where?
See, there's like a German flag and someone sat on a bench or something.
I think it's just someone's house.
Just someone's house.
He's just chilling.
It's just a mirage. I just want anything to be a pub now. I don't know if you can see that lady cycling away there, but she just stopped for a nice friendly chat.
Just asked us where we were going and where we just come from. And I asked if there was anywhere along the way where we can fill our bottles up. And she gave us 2 little bottles, which is nice. I was just, as soon as I saw the green cap on this one, I was like, oh, dang, because that means it's fizzy.
Oh, I mean, we'll take it now.
Yeah.
We were just getting worried about the water situation because we figured there'd be places to stop and fill up. We didn't count on the whole Monday, Tuesday, everything's closed thing. So we were getting a bit thirsty, like sort of dangerous territory.
Yeah, we haven't got enough water to last us the rest of the way, basically. So she came out of nowhere like a guardian angel.
We get that.
Yeah, don't we?
It's like that guy who flagged us down on the way to Pisa and refilled our bottles for us and told us we were about to go the wrong way around a massive detour.
It's like someone's keeping an eye on us and deploying these people every now and again.
Yeah, it's improved my mood a little bit.
Yeah, same.
And my faith in humanity.
I'd much rather the other water though.
What, is this one natural?
Yeah, that was
Oh, I don't mind swapping.
fantastic.
That's just the kind of guy I am. That's kind of a cool view as well.
That's a village we could have gone to, but there's nothing there, so it would have been pointless. Do you want to just go and check it, just to make sure?
So the restaurant is here,
Yeah.
and otherwise the path goes up here, I guess.
Oh no, actually, oh bollocks. We've come too far. We were meant to go down there.
So we think this is accommodation, right? These things.
Yeah, could be.
But don't come on holiday here on a Monday or Tuesday, because there's not going to be much to do. Very closed. Should we just knock the door and scream, "We'll pay double"? It's been such an ideal stop, that pub. It's idyllic.
Just imagine sitting there on the terrace with a beer. Oh. Yeah, this stretch in particular, it's been important to choose our paths wisely because a lot of them just head off into dead ends, which would result in like hour-long detours. We have to go up here, actually.
About 7 hours into the walk, with very little water, nowhere to stop, and somehow identical strains to our left Achilles tendons. The last 5k was going to be a real struggle. But we were about to get our first sight of Wittenberg. We've had a bit of a change of scenery, gone through some woods, it's been nice, some shade. We're getting there slowly.
It looks like a TV tower over there.
Yeah, that's got to be Wittenberg.
That might be it, actually.
I feel like the day we walked to Dresden, all of a sudden. Except that day, we had proper places with beers and food and toilets. Not just 30 kilometres of nothingness.
I could not have done this in the rain.
Yeah, we dodged that bullet. And we're both feeling pretty thirsty, so if that lady hadn't given us that water, we'd be in some real trouble. 24.5k done, and Wittenberg over the horizon.
Bloody Carline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just our first aid team.
That's our camera crew. Sound guys. The car is following us.
Well, I mean, it's following the track. Like we said earlier, because you come across so few people out here, it kind of puts a lot of emphasis on every single interaction or sighting.
Better move, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Why are they going so slowly?
Got any water?
I think she's just going that slow to stare at us. We've noticed we get stared at a lot. Yeah.
What do you think she's still staring at us? Like in her rear view mirror?
Yeah, it's just... But we're back in the shade, and thankful for it. Out of the woods, bridge to Wittenberg. We are on the home stretch. What was that sound? So we've stopped for a sec because we got a horrible feeling it might actually be quite hard to find the way to get on the pedestrian crossing part of the bridge, and we don't really know how to find out which path to take. I'm checking Google images of the bridge. That's not really making anything any clearer. There is a pedestrian crossing,
But I think it starts from the very end of the bridge. So basically, we're gonna have to walk all the way over there.
so now we think we need to go along there, under the railway bridge just near the water, back across on that side to a road that then comes up. It just adds a load of pointless seeming distance to the very end of the journey. This may be it. We may not have to go all the way around to that road. Oh my god, that hurts. Oh god. The left stringy bit above the ankle is gone. Ah. 17 minutes walk to the hotel. There's our hotel, and in a stroke of amazing timing, feels like it's starting to rain. Right.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers. I got nothing to say. After decompressing, we had a look around historic Wittenberg, a focal point of the Reformation, one of the pivotal moments in world history. This is where Martin Luther came up with his 95 Theses, and that's why the full name of the town is Lutherstadt Wittenberg. Also a nice little link to our starting point, Prague, where Jan Hus was a preacher, sort of a precursor to Martin Luther. Anyway, we had some food, some beers, and then came to a decision that will surprise nobody. So we've decided to stay in Wittenberg for 2 nights. We need it.
We need it. Feet are ruined, legs are tired, and tomorrow we're going to sort out bikes,
all the way to Magdeburg.
That's the idea, yeah.
2-day bike rental. So we're going to get a lot of distance in after this. And we've already done close to 100 kilometers walking in this first 4 days. So we're making good progress. So here's the day 4 route. Weirdly similar distances every day this time, apart from the shorter day 3. And we ended the night in an Irish pub with a first to hit the bullseye competition that lasted a lot longer than it should have. Turns out we're about as good at darts as we are at canoeing.
Ooh. Ooh. Not too bad.
Right, first one to hit the bullseye.
Yeah.
What? Wins.
I mean, I was going to say gets a drink, as in receives a drink, but an hour ago we were talking about going to bed, so. Right, Dav's turn again. Ooh!
It's not the bullseye. Oh, God's sake.
We might need to change the rules at some point.
I'm feeling confident.
No sir.
No siree, Bob. Could take us all night for either of us to hit the bullseye.
He did say at the very latest this place closes at 3. 4.5 hours. Woo! It's for Noel Edmonds.
Noel Edmonds has forsaken you. I've got enough footage of these failed attempts to fill a video by themselves, so let's skip to the next day and a closer look at Jadams' heel, the reason we needed a rest day.
Literally looks like a corpse's foot.
Mine wasn't doing great either, but Jadams' heel is actually still swollen as of the time of this recording, so it was going to cause us issues through the rest of the trip. So we saw the sights and booked the bikes.
He just wanted to know where in Magdeburg to pick the bikes up from, but he said all he needs to know is that it's a hotel, not like a B&B or something.
2 days of cycling coming up after this, one of which was going to be another one of the worst days of our lives. So stay tuned if you thought this video went a bit too smoothly for your liking. So I'll leave you with us at Brauhaus Wittenberg, which I massively recommend. Best meals of the trip, great beer. I had like cod fillets in some kind of mustard sauce. Jadams had a whole pig. And he did some TikToks about it, which I'll also leave you with. See you in the next one. So we're in Wittenberg, most famous because this is where Martin Luther, who started the Reformation with his 95 Theses, this is where he was teaching, preaching, and a lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. I guess that depends if you're Protestant or Catholic. I'm neither, I just like the history of it, and he did have a pretty colossal impact on history. But anyway, I've got the bikes rented for the next 2 days. My left Achilles tendon, which is what we've been trying to refer to when we talk about the stringy bit above the heel, is totally wrecked. So I'm hoping on a bike I won't feel that as much. But we're just realising how far there is between here and Magdeburg. So we've got the bikes for 2 days. It was a lot cheaper than we expected it to be, by like €100 each. So we've just treated ourselves to some great beers and some hearty meals. We've also got basically no underwear left. We haven't had any chance to do any laundry.
I do have a couple of pairs actually.
A couple of
I do have a couple of pairs left. Just buy a pair of pants now.
Yeah, we're going to do some shopping now because we need some insoles, and I'll buy some pants.
Those nice silky, frilly ones that we liked.
Yeah. And some Voltarol for my Achilles tendon.
Jumping back into food for a minute, here's a typical German dish. This is a pork knuckle with sauerkraut, potatoes and a beer sauce. Ooh yeah, look at that. A bit of beer sauce on there. That is porky. Bit of sauerkraut. I think there's bits of bacon in here actually. Nice. Boiled potatoes. Tastes like a boiled potato. Look at this bit of crackling here with a juicy bit of fat on the back. Dip it in the mustard. Look, there's a proper crunchy piece here. Dav is going to try the Pilsner.
It's a lot nicer than the Rowdy burgers we've been having so far. More about it. Very bubbly. It's nice.
It's definitely better than the Rowdy burger. This is a pale ale.
Not pale ale, is it?
You know, I'd probably call that an amber ale, to be honest. But I think that's well nice. That is juicy and kind of citrusy and zesty, with a little bit of a caramelish malty finish. What do you reckon, Dav?
Yeah, cheeky little biscuity.
So what you got there, Dav?
This is the dunkel. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's all just so bloody lovely now I've had 2 beers. I can't even feel the pain anymore.
You can't cycle past Santa's grotto and not stop in and say hi and have a beer.